right all wrongs. Beloved, stand firm in your faith as you witness prophecy unfolding.
Title: The Sky Split Open, a Rapture Dream. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't praying, fasting, or deep in worship when it happened. I was lying in bed like any other night, scrolling through my phone, half asleep. The world outside was quiet. My heart was heavy for reasons I didn't quite understand, and as I drifted off, it began. This was no ordinary dream. The moment it started, I knew. I was there. It wasn't hazy or symbolic. It was real as the breath in my lungs. I stood on a sidewalk in a familiar city, tall buildings towering around me, people walking past with coffee cups and headphones, laughing, living unaware. But the air was different. There was a pressure, a weight pressing down, like the world was holding its breath. I looked up instinctively. The sun hung in the sky, but it wasn't warm. It was dim, like a dying bulb. The colors around me began to desaturate, like someone slowly drained the life from the world. Then I heard it. A sound like no other. A trumpet blast. Not from earth, not from any speaker or instrument known to man. It echoed from the heavens themselves, deep, piercing, mournful, and glorious. The sound made my knees buckle. It shook the ground. Everyone around me froze. The sky split open. There's no other way to say it. It tore from horizon to horizon, like paper ripped from one end of the earth to the other. A brilliant, blinding light poured through the tear, more radiant than the sun, yet I could look at it. A light that didn't burn the eyes but seared the soul. And then, he came. Jesus. Not gentle carpenter Jesus, not Sunday school Jesus, but the King of Kings, eyes like fire, hair white as wool, dressed in blinding robes, riding on clouds, surrounded by multitudes, angels too many to count. Their wings shimmered like lightning, their presence thundered with holy fury. Every being around him radiated power, purity, and perfection. I fell to my face. Not because I wanted to. My body could not stand. I couldn't breathe. The weight of his glory was so overwhelming that every molecule in me trembled with terror and awe. I didn't need anyone to explain. I knew it was the rapture, the day of the Lord, the moment written about in Scripture. He lifted his hand. Time stopped. Bodies began rising. People around me began to glow, literal light forming around their chests, spreading outwards until they were consumed in brilliance. They lifted off the ground slowly, drawn upward like metal to a magnet. Mothers, fathers, children, vanishing in radiant ascent. Some screamed in terror, others screamed in joy. And then came the wailing. People around me dropped to their knees, sobbing, reaching up, screaming, "No, no, wait!" It wasn't confusion. It was recognition. They knew what had just happened, and they hadn't gone. The panic was immediate, terrifying, a tsunami of despair. People began clawing at the sky. Others ran. Some collapsed completely, weeping. I looked at my own hands, and I was still there. Panic. I felt it rise up like bile. I screamed, "Why? Why am I still here?" And in that moment, every sin I had ignored came back to me in perfect clarity. The compromises, the secret sins, the lukewarm prayers, the moments I chose the world over him. I had fooled everyone, even myself, but I hadn't fooled him. A voice thundered, not audible, but in my spirit. "You called me Lord with your lips, but your heart was far from me." I sobbed. I begged. I screamed until my voice cracked. "Please, one more chance." But the door had shut. Just like the parable of the 5 foolish virgins, the bridegroom had come, and I was left outside. I watched the sky, now closing like curtains, the light fading, Jesus and his angels vanishing into glory, while the earth was plunged into chaos. Sirens screamed, cars crashed, planes fell from the sky, fires erupted, the world unraveled instantly. But worse than all of that was the absence. His presence, once so near, was gone. And what replaced it was a darkness I cannot describe. Not just a lack of light, but a spiritual soul-crushing emptiness. I saw demons pour into the streets, shadows with eyes, crawling, twisting, whispering. People were consumed by madness. They clawed at each other. They ran wild like animals. The world had been handed over to judgment, and I was still there. I woke up screaming, drenched in sweat, sobbing like I hadn't sobbed in years. It took me a full hour to realize I was still alive, that it was just a dream. But it wasn't just a dream. It was a warning. I know what I saw, and I need you to hear me. He's coming, soon. This world isn't going to last. The comfort, the distractions, the wealth, it will all vanish in a moment. Are you ready? Are you truly walking with him? Or are you just coasting, assuming you have more time? Let me tell you something. You don't. The deception in this world is thick. People go to church and leave unchanged. We scroll through social media instead of reading his word. We ignore the Spirit's tug, thinking we'll get serious later. But later may never come. I share this not to scare you, but to shake you. Time is short. The bridegroom is at the door. There's no room for half-hearted love. He is holy. He is just. And he is coming back. Not as a lamb, but as a lion. Please, check your heart. Get in the word. Seek him with everything you've got. Forgive people. Let go of pride. Cast down idols. Stop compromising. Because when that trumpet sounds, it'll be too late to choose. Choose him now. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour. Matthew 25:13. I tell you, on that night, 2 people will be in one bed. One will be taken and the other left. Luke 17:34. This dream was given so I would share it, not to glorify myself, but to glorify the one who gave it. If you feel conviction as you read this, don't harden your heart. Fall to your knees. Call on him. He is merciful. But the window is closing.